Yo, yo, what's going on? Happy Saturday afternoon to everybody. How is everybody today? What's going on out there in the land of YouTube? I'm just YouTubing right now. Do me a favor right now. Put OTVO in the chat. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. OTVO, put it in the chat right now as many times as you possibly can. It stands for Overturn Terry versus Ohio. If it's your first time here, we are on a mission to overturn Terry versus Ohio, which then spurs dozens and dozens of other Supreme Court case law that make it so that it's impossible to be free in the United States of America. OTVO stands for Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Oh, there's a fly in here. Yes. Yes. I get to hunt the fly and kill it because I hate flies. I hate flies. I've actually bought, just so you know, if you're a friend of mine, then you know this. I have bought at least 10 Saltomatics for people who are my friends because I hate flies and they're impossible to catch. Do me a favor, everybody, just real quick. We're going to watch some videos today. We're going to talk about some Supreme Court case law that applies to those videos, very specific Supreme Court case law for these particular videos we're going to watch today. But if you would just take 1 second, reach down, hit the like button. Just take your finger like this and just hit the like button. It just takes you a quick second. But for some reason, you know, if we don't bow down to Daddy YouTube and say that we like this content here, we appreciate this content, and even still. Welcome to another demonetized stream right here on Delete Laws, everybody. Yes, yes, this will be a demonetized stream because we're going to show what police actually do to us in these streets in the United States of America. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, YouTube. But at least we're not going to lie. We're going to show the truth. Pinky wave. Let me put my glasses on, say hello to a couple people in the chat, and then let's watch some videos. Let's watch some videos. And I have a couple new audits that will be coming out this week. I just so who's in the chat? Yum Yum's here. Integrity News. What is going on? David, how are you? Lisa, did I see a new member come in? I think I saw a green button. Mott, what's going on? Thanks for the membership. I appreciate it. The memberships are $3 a month. It's not expensive, but what happens is when I get like hundreds of members, it's really cumulative to my income every month. So that's why people are members. You see, Mont, I can't say the last name. How do I say that last name? DLZ Clips. How do I say that last name? How do I say that last name? Mont Laram. Thank you, Mont Laram. So Mont Laram is a new member, and what that does, Charlie, over here, up there, ready, up there. Lay down. Up there. Lay down. Stay. Sorry, I have a dog. And what that does is it pays me $3 a month. And I think YouTube takes whatever they take out of it. I don't know. But thanks for joining my membership. I really appreciate it. What is going on, Christina? How are you? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Wow. Thank you, Christine. Christian, thank you for the nice compliment. So, you know, I'm supposed to wait like 10 minutes or something like that before I show some videos, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to jump right into it and start showing you guys some videos. Because you have to see some things. And it's funny, you know, this first video that I'm going to show you, this was sent to me, I think by Gary, or was it by Andrew? I'm going to copy the link and put it in the chat for you guys. So you guys can, if you want to click on it. It's, you know, I felt like when I watched it, it was really kind of initially I kind of felt like it was a promotion for this attorney's law firm. And then after I watched the video, there's a Supreme Court case here that you have to know and you have to understand. And so I'm gonna let her explain her case, and then I'm gonna go into some specific Supreme Court case law regarding this specific case. So I dropped the link in the chat. Yo, Brooklyn Audis, is that you? Good to see you. Brooklyn Audis is in the chat, everybody. Good to see you, Brooklyn. Keep doing your work out there, man. Keep crushing it. If you haven't followed Brooklyn Audits, you guys should jump over there and check out his channel. Super good, super good. I mean, he's on it. There's very few of us who take on cops face to face, and you're always risking going to jail. It's always dangerous because you can be hurt. And so Brooklyn Audits, while none of us are perfect, he's putting the work in. He's filming the cops face to face, taking them on. So, you know, it's really tough to knock someone who does that. So congratulations, Brooklyn. I'm glad your channel is doing well. It's good to see you. So I'm going to, without further ado, let me show you this woman's video. And at first, I truly, illegal traffic stop exposed how I saved my client from a DUI. So when I first watched this, like I said, I first thought that it was like an advertisement for her firm. And then after I watched it, I realized she was talking about some specific case law that every one of you should know. Every one of you should know the specific case law in this case right here.
Sometimes I get asked, hi everyone. Sometimes I get asked, what can you really do to help me with my DUI case? This is Christina Williams with Just Criminal Law.
And this is David Mann, legal storytelling specialist. All right, so tell us, what can you do to help?
Well, we just had a case last week where we had a client who came into the office. He had a DUI charge. It was the second one that he's had in the past 10 years. So he was looking at having to do mandatory jail time and losing his job if he was convicted, because his employer wouldn't be able to insure him. So he hired our office.
Wow. Okay. So that sounds like something you probably see quite often. And was there anything about this case that was different or peculiar?
Well, the way we handled it was the exact same way that we handle all of our DUI cases. And that is, we look at the evidence from the beginning to the end. We start with the report. Read the report, and then we compare the report with what's been given to us in the form of like a body camera or a dash camera. And so while we were reviewing this case, we noticed that the officer had indicated that he pulled the client over for not using his turn signal in the report. And then we watched the video. And as we're watching the video, we notice that the officer, in fact, looks away to observe something to the right of him. But his body camera, which is attached to his glasses, captures that our client, in fact, used his turn signal to get into the other lane. And after he was in the other lane, the officer looked back his way. And so he walked up to the window of the car of the client and said, do you know why I pulled you over? And the client said no. And he said, well, you didn't use your turn signal. Well, the client didn't remember whether or not he used his turn signal or not, but the body camera footage clearly showed that he did.
Wow. So this, neither one of them really knew that what had happened. And so your client comes in thinking, okay, well, I was legally pulled over, but you found out that actually he wasn't legally pulled over. Is that what you're saying?
Right. And so the next step that we do is we file a motion to suppress based on an illegal stop. That is, the officer has to have a reason. You have to violate the law before he pulls you over. And in this particular case, the officer thought the client didn't use his turn signal.
So what case law is this? Someone type it in the comment section, if you would, please. Can you type into the comment section what case law this is that she's reciting here, that without probable cause, without a warrant to pull the car over, without probable cause to stop the car, which the video evidence showed that there was no probable cause, the blinker was used. So what case law is that? What case law is that? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me? No, really, there's a specific case law here. And I just want to know if anybody can recognize it right off the top of your head that makes it so that she can file a motion to suppress and the evidence in the case is going to be suppressed? What case law is that? If there's no probable cause and the police act against your Fourth Amendment right of illegal search and seizure, which immediately it would be because there's no probable cause, what case law is that specifically? What is it? I'm gonna wait for a minute because I want to see if somebody can get it, and I'll give a couple clues here as we go. Yes, that's right. So Conk, you're on the right. There it is, Conk. But now, what's the case law that attaches to? So I'll put Conk's. There it is. So that is. But where does fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine come from? That's right. But where does it come from? Where does that come from? What specific case law is that, Conk? That fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine comes from? You are correct, but what is it? Cook versus Hastings, but what's the precedent? What's the precedent, tribe? What's the precedent? No, it's not Maryland. Maryland versus Wilson is going to be 1995, but before Maryland versus Wilson. Before Maryland versus Wilson, but what's the case? What is the case? Where does fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine come from? Does anybody know that? Where does the actual case? When I say fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine, that comes from a specific case. Which is it? No. You know, a broken clock is right twice a day. The Supreme Court got this one right. No. I mean, you have the answer right there, and you have a computer right in front of you. Fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine comes from what specific case? I'm gonna wait till someone gets it because I know somebody will get this. Fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine is the biggest hint that I can possibly give you. There's no bigger hint than that. It's going to be the 1961 case of Mapp versus Ohio. Dolores Mapp. She was what they would have called a working girl or accused working girl, and a pornographer of some kind. And the police stormed into her house and seized her pornography out of her house, whatever that was, toys, whatever she was doing. And because they stormed into her house without a warrant, that when her case went all the way up to the Supreme Court, they said that it was called the poisonous fruit because you had obtained that evidence without probable cause and without a warrant. So that's what this comes from, is fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine. Exactly what the lawyer is talking about in this particular case is fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine. They obtained evidence without probable cause. And the only reason we found out that there was no probable cause is because of what? Because of the camera. Because the camera. Without the camera, then this never happens. The entire case never happens. It never happens. It's all because of the camera.
It has to have a reason. You have to violate the law before he pulls you over. And in this particular case,
without it, it's fruit of the poisonous tree. 1961 Mapp versus Ohio.
The officer thought the client didn't use his turn signal, so that would have been the violation of law. But in fact, the client did. So there was no reason that justified him stopping the client, and therefore the stop was illegal.
So this man, instead of having a DUI and having employment problems and everything that goes along with having a DUI, has no conviction, and the whole thing is thrown out because you found, something about the case that allowed that to happen. I mean, that made the case go away, right?
Right. And, we can routinely find these issues with DUIs. So when somebody says, what can you do to help me with my DUI? As they sit across from me at the table, and are deciding whether or not to hire our office, I can't tell them for certain. But I can tell them that if there is a legal issue, we will find it. And, that could save the day for the client.
See, but and as good as a job as she did, as nice of a job as she did in helping her client, she didn't let you understand and know what the foundation of law is for police obtaining evidence against you without having a proper warrant or probable cause. She forgot that part. because it's very simple now. Now you know. For example, United States versus Williams 2018. If you can give consent, you can revoke consent. It's in your trifold. So if you get pulled over and the cop says, hey, can I search your car? And you're like, I know this cop is going to search my car no matter what I do. You can give consent and say, no problem. If it's not on film, you lose. 2018 United States versus Williams says that if I can give consent, I can revoke consent. You have it on film, you have your trifold, you give consent. And right as the cop begins to search your car, you say, oh, you know what, officer? I revoke consent. You have to stop searching my car now. Because if you can give consent, you can revoke consent. He asked you if he could search your car. You said yes. Sure, you can search my car. You got out of the car. He began to search. Oh, you know what? I changed my mind. You can't search, and I'm filming you. I can't believe I'm filming everything you're doing. Now on camera, if he says, I'm going to get a drug dog out here, you refer to your trifold and says United States versus Rodriguez, unless you have reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime is in progress, or I'm committing a crime, or I'm traveling contraband, you can't extend this stop to get a drug dog. It's right here in your trifold, and you show them. And then everything caught on camera is fruit of the poisonous tree. Anything he does after that, if he says, I'm going to search your car anyway, perfect. You don't have my consent, but it's on camera. So you're going to do what you're going to do. That's now fruit of the poisonous tree. Now you understand the foundation of law. So many people, when I explain to them the 2018 case, United States versus Williams, if you're sure that that little copper is going to search your car, I give him consent. As long as everything's on camera. I can have an ounce of weed under my seat and a bag of blow and a gun under my floorboard. I can have any kind of illegal alcohol, open bottles in my console. And if he asks me to search my car and I give him consent and then I revoke consent and it's on camera and he does not respect my rights, then that is fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine, and everything he finds in that search is illegal. I'm going to go to jail. I'm going to get bailed out. I'm going to get charged with all these charges. And then my camera footage is going to show fruit of the poisonous tree, and the case is going to be dismissed. That's it. That's the importance of understanding the foundation of law. It's easy to know the law like this lawyer does. She sat there. She memorized it. She went to school for 3 years. She studied her ass off. She passed the bar. Amazing job. You, John Q. Citizen, you understanding the foundation of law, the foundation of why I would advise you, as long as you have the trifold and as long as you have the camera and you're sure that this pig is going to search your car. That's why I said give him permission. Because if it's on camera and you have given consent and then you revoke consent and he does it anyway, the first lawyer you hire or talk to, you won't need a lawyer. You need the video. And it shows that he violated your rights to illegal searches and seizure. Then he's cooked. The cop is cooked. But now you understand the foundation of law. Now you understand fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine comes from the 1961 case of Mapp versus Ohio. Here. See what you see. Mapp versus Ohio. The Warren Court. We can listen to the oral arguments, but not on this particular show. I'm going to show a couple more videos. But when you get into the fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine, Dolores Mapp was convicted of possessing obscene materials after admittedly illegal police search of her home for a fugitive. Okay, so that was the specifics of it. Dolores Mapp was convicted for the possession of obscene materials after admittedly illegal police search of her home for a fugitive. She appealed her conviction on the basis of freedom of expression. So they went into her drawers, just so you know. They went into her dresser drawers and all this stuff. I didn't know that she was harboring a fugitive. I don't remember this part of the case. Question, were the confiscated protected materials from seizure by the Fourth Amendment? Were the confiscated materials protected from seizure by the Fourth Amendment? And this is by ideology. This is how they voted. It was a 6-3 vote with liberals on the left outvoting the conservatives 6-3. An opinion judged by authored by Justice Tom C. Clark, the majority brushed aside First Amendment issues and declared that all evidence obtained by searches and seizures in violation of the Fourth Amendment is admissible in state court. The decision launched the court on a troubled course of determining how and when to apply the exclusionary rule. Justice Black and Douglas concurred. Justice Stewart concurred in the judgment, but agreed fully with part of Justice 1 Harlan's decision. I should read this entire thing. We should, this should be an entire separate show where we go over every single bit of fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine. But that's where it comes from. And we can get into the long form version of that. But the whole reason I wanted to show you that was so that you understood the foundation of law, of where fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine comes from. And remember, that client she had never gets off without a camera lens rolling. You have got to put your camera in your hand when you see a cop. Sorry if you back the blue. You'll back the blue till it happens to you. And when it happens to you, you better hope your camera was rolling. For people who just don't even, are just total anti, who are back the bluers all the way, I hope you're listening. I hope that you run camera when you see a copper. just, do me a favor. Can you just put OTVO in the chat just real quick? Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Can you just type it in the chat for me just real quick so we never lose focus that there's a much, much bigger goal here. We're just building a constituency of people. Share the video, like the video. When this video ends, comment on the video. We have to just build more people and more people and more people till we become the law executive. That's what has to happen, or nothing's going to change. We'll have the same dog poop system. And so now that was the entire point of why I was showing you her video. God bless her. I liked her video. Let me show you another video because this is... So this is New Mexico body cam over here. I'm going to subscribe to the channel. I liked it. Everybody go over here and say thank you. Delete laws was here. I don't know what to say. Thank you. I mean, I'm going to show his video, so I want to make sure. And now everybody make sure you get over here and drop him a message. Tell him delete laws. He's got 1,000 comments, so I don't even know if you'll see him, but we'll see. The body cam sound won't come on for 1 second here. Let me read what there's on. So it says, on Monday, August 15th, 2023, a Nevada-Mexico State police officer was out patrol looking for a white Toyota Tacoma pickup that had stickers on the back and was involved in an armed robbery earlier that day. That's what it says along the bottom. The officer located a pickup truck matching the description and initiated a felony stop. The be on the lookout vehicle was sent out to New Mexico State Police by Española Police. So remember, they're executing a felony stop. See where it says felony stop right here? They're executing a felony stop, meaning that anybody else's rights around here don't matter. What matters is that they feel safe and they feel like it's a felony stop. It's a armed robbery stop. So that means all the stops can be pulled out. They can do anything they want because they're calling it a felony stop, meaning it doesn't matter what happens to anybody else as long as they're safe. The body cam takes a second to engage. You guys know that if you watch a lot of cop videos. So look how he could do anything he wants because he believes. Now it's the wrong truck. Spoiler alert. It's the wrong person.
Lincoln 756, suspecting that with
That's not who they're looking for. There's a lot of white Tacoma trucks. But he just had a hunch that this was the one that was in the armed robbery there yesterday. Follow me? This guy's done nothing wrong. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He's driving down the road, but it's a felony stop, so the cops can do anything they want.
Robbery, 76 and 106. Hey, let me see you get out.
Look at that, man. I mean, you know, it's easy to watch this and just kind of detach yourself from what you're seeing. But just imagine you're driving down the road. You happen to like having a white Tacoma truck. You're taking a left-hand turn. Next thing you know, there's cops with sirens and lights behind you, and they got guns pointed at you. Hey, 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 hey. But it's a felony stop, so it's okay. If it's not you, let it go. Don't worry about it. No big deal. Go back to licking the boots.
Put your hands up. Open the door. Put your hands up. Walk back. No, hey, no. Open. Let me see your hands. Walk out. Walk out. Walk back. Let me lift up your shirt. Turn around. Lift up your shirt and turn around. Walk back. Turn around. Walk back. Walk. Walk. Keep on walking back. 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 Get on your knees.
Get on,
Get on
your
your
knees.
knees.
Get on your knees.
Hands on your head. On your knees. Keep on walking back. Keep on walking back. Get on your knees. Walking back. Keep on walking back. Keep on walking back. Get on your knees. Get on your knees.
Get on your knees. Get on your knees.
Hands on your head.
Torture cuffs. You've done nothing but take a left-hand turn.
Stay right there. Keep your hand on your head.
They're just doing this to anybody who owns a white Tacoma truck.
Up. Walk back this way. Stand right here. You got any weapons on you? And he's gonna poke me, stick me? No? Adam, what? Who dropped you off? Who dropped off the truck? That's your truck? Yeah. I just got out of school. You were in school the whole time? Yeah. I live here. This is my house.
He just in case you didn't catch it, okay? Just follow.
That's your truck? Yeah. I just got out of school.
I just got out of school, he said.
You were in school the whole time? Yeah.
I was in school the whole time? Yeah, I've been in school.
I live here.
I live right here.
This is my house.
My house.
That's the same truck.
Same truck, bro.
Yeah.
Do you think in an effort to turn a profit, Toyota made more than one white Tacoma?
How old are you? 17.
He's been in school all day. You hear him? So listen. So right here, these dunce caps called cops, he told them, I've been in school all day. He could check the school records.
Who's this truck registered to?
This is my truck. This is my dad's.
Your dad's?
His name's Adam Pacheco.
Okay, who's Lisa?
Lisa, that's my stepmom.
Where's she at?
She's at home.
Where?
What's it called? That's the movie theater.
Let me see it?
Yeah, let me see.
No, that's where the mom is.
He said he's been in school all day. What are they doing? Get on the phone with the high school and check the attendance record.
Which is Lisa, right?
Yeah, we have to call because this is a truck that was used to.
Because, I mean, it's just driving me absolutely batshit bonkers. Like, this video drove me crazy, and it's still driving me crazy because this cop keeps on saying, this is the truck that was used in the armed robbery earlier. Toyota makes more than one white Tacoma and sells it to people because a lot of people like a white Toyota Tacoma. So that's not the same truck. It's just dunce caps.
Come over here, man. You're under arrest right now.
Yeah, you just detained, man.
There it is, people.
Come over here, man. You're under arrest right now.
Yeah, you just detained, man.
Okay, that's Terry versus Ohio. There's no such thing as detainment in the Fourth Amendment. It was invented that they could do this to you in 1968 in Terry versus Ohio.
So your truck is just a truck we've been looking for. It's been involved in.
No, it's not. It's a white Tacoma that looks like his.
Some stuff. Yeah. And some robberies. So that's what I'm saying. Just hang out for now.
Just hang out for now. You got me in torture cuffs, bro.
This has been at your house the whole time? Oh, okay.
Like the labs there? Yeah. Okay. Like I said, man, you're under arrest, brother. Just have a seat. You want to call your mom? What do you want to do?
You're under arrest? Is that what he's...
You're under arrest, brother. Just
What?
Oh, okay.
like the labs there? Yeah. Okay. Like I said, man, you're under arrest, brother. Just have a seat.
You're under arrest?
You want to call your mom? What do you want to do? You want to call your
Call your
mom?
mom?
Where's your phone at?
It dropped, I think.
I think you left it in there.
No, it dropped.
What, it's out there?
I think it dropped now.
Okay. I'll go get it. Hey, I'll go get it. And then we'll call your mom, okay?
No, it's your wallet now.
Every second that he's in torture cuffs, he comes our way to join Team DLZ. Every day.
Oh, no, this is it?
This is it.
No, but I don't know if it's like the actual truck you saw on something. Huh? I know, that's what I'm saying.
There's no way. Have trucks. There's Richard Lisa, right? Oh,
Yeah, to both of them.
no, it's just under her.
It's just her. He's 17. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Said he's been in school all day. He's been in school.
Hey, bro, just come back. You got nothing on, no weapons?
Just imagine if you're this kid. You've done nothing wrong. You were in high school all day today. You left school. Cops asked you where you were. You told them I was in school all day today. And they say you're under arrest for armed robbery. This is the truck that was used in armed robbery. They're so sure of it, and they're so stupid. And he's in torture cuffs.
No, I'm gonna take off the handcuffs, sorry.
Hi. I don't know. So there's cops here at the house. I tried to pull into the house and I got pulled over. And then I don't know. Can you
Hello, man. Driving hussy, bro.
Hi, this is Uncle Man. Hey, so your son's not in any trouble right now. Just being detained for right now. So the truck that he's driving matches the description of.
Okay, so look where he is. Look at the cages. Look at the cops with guns. They just took him out of the torture cuffs. They're making him sit back in the cage. And listen to what the cop says.
Your son's not in any trouble right
He's not in any trouble? Does he look like he doesn't feel like he's in some trouble? Is he not in trouble?
now.
Put a 1 in the chat if he's in deep trouble. if his soul is in freaking ruins right now, if he is completely turned upside down, put a 1 in the chat. If this man is barely even keeping his freaking composure, inside he is crying like a child of God being persecuted for nothing.
Just being detained right now. So the truck that he's driving matches
A cab.
the description of an armed robbery that took place on the 2nd. Okay.
Did you hear what she said, people?
That took place on the 2nd.
He was in school. I've said it 3 times, 5 times.
Okay. Well, like I said, it just matched the description, so we're just. So he's under arrest, but the police department wants to talk to him. That's fine.
She invoked her right to be a parent and said, he's a minor. You not talk to him without his parent. He said, that's fine.
Like I said, we're just holding him for Espanola Police Department to take her.
Just outside the house.
So that means we're just outside your house. We got 10 cop cars here, and your kid's in torture cuffs in the back of a cop car in front of your house. But don't worry, there's no trouble.
We're at the intersection of 106 and 76.
So did it happen today?
Okay, that's fine.
What's up?
That happened today?
Yeah.
Where was that at?
So in the city, but your truck was like
It's the
given.
same thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was.
Didn't block that.
So
Yeah, I understand
I hate this because I can't hear what they're saying because they're over talking each other.
that, man. But the information we got and everything, that's what we got, you know.
No, you dunce cap. It's not him. He was in school.
but he's also not.
I didn't mean to scare you that bad, but.
So it's the same truck?
Oh yeah, same. Well, it was that's
Oh, yeah. Well, same. Well, dunce cap.
a plate that we were given.
That's the plate you were given? You're BS. You're CY. You're covering your own ass, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Huh? Was it broken or what?
Yeah.
Oh, they gave him his phone back. Amazing. They're not afraid he's going to call his gang in to kill everybody.
Is that them or what?
Who's your dad?
His name's Adam. Check it out.
Adam?
What's up, bro? Call your mom. Is that your mom?
Yes, my mom.
Oh, okay.
What I hate about this is you see the cut right here?
What's up, bro? Call your mom. Is that
So that you see that cut right there? I don't know how long he sat in the back of the torture mobile with his rig sitting right here in front of his house with their emergency lights on with 10 cops in his driveway. I'd like to know how long that actually was.
is that your mom?
Yes, my mom.
Oh, okay.
I'm at the house. Here's a cop who wants to talk to you.
I mean, and he's a minor and they didn't redact him. They redact cops, but they don't redact the minor.
Hello? Can you...
Ma'am.
Go ahead here.
Hello?
Sit on speaker.
He's got just amazing the position they put this 17-year-old young man in. Just remember, a lot of 17-year-olds can whip your ass.
Hello?
I don't think it's on speaker.
Oh. Hello?
I'm talking.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. I couldn't hear you. So I guess there was a confusion, but this was the truck that we were given out to look out for.
I am livid. You know what?
No, I understand.
Just type in the chat right now. I just want to know. You guys all heard what he just said, and you heard what she just said. What would be the first words you'd say to the cop after you heard him say this?
I'm talking.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. I couldn't hear you. So I guess there was a confusion, but this was the truck that we were given out to look out for.
I am livid.
Oh, what's the first thing you'd say? Right in the chat. Right in the chat. I'm gonna pin some up. Right in the chat. What's the first thing you'd say when he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we cuffed up your kid in your driveway with 10 cops"? What's the first thing you'd say? We had some confusion.
There was a confusion, but this was a truck that we were giving out to look out for.
I am livid. You know what?
No, I understand that.
And you guys have him fucking handcuffed. He just got out of school. You're talking about a 4.2 GPA kid.
I understand, ma'am, but that's the information that we're given, you know. So that's why we
You
pulled
guys
him
checked
over.
your information before.
Yes, ma'am. But that's the information that we were
I need
given.
your name, and I need your badge number.
Okay, Officer Rodriguez,
Get my kid out of the car.
And what is your badge number?
135 now.
135.
Yes, ma'am.
You will be hearing from my attorney. This
Okay.
is ridiculous.
That's fine, ma'am.
You literally detained him and put him in handcuffs. He's a fucking minor.
No, I understand, but at the time we don't know that, so that's what we were rolling for.
What are you doing with him now?
So he's gonna get released. He's gonna go home.
This is fucking ridiculous. You
Yes,
will
ma'am.
be hearing from my attorney.
Okay, that's fine.
You sued him.
What is your man? Is this Espanola PD or who the
There's nobody to go to. There's no one to turn to. There's no third party to come in and fire his ass for putting your baby into handcuffs. It's unacceptable. This treatment, and the reason why this channel's growing at 50,000 subscribers a month is because this treatment is unacceptable. It should not be shackled until proven guilty. You should not be shackled in this country. The shackles have got to go. They're for the love of all that is good in the world. There is a better way to detain people who need to be detained, to keep my emotions in check. There's better ways that you and I together, even when we disagree, we could find out a way together to better detain people in the United States of America who are not guilty of a crime and are not running away from you. This kid was so compliant, it was unbelievable. There's better ways. Look at just, I know it's just a small box over my shoulder, but look at where he is. Look at the cage he's in. Look at how we are treated. When you have not committed a crime, you are caged and cuffed. He was in cuffs in that cage because a truck that looked like his.
hell are you?
So Espanola PD is the one that received the call, and they're the ones that put out the bolo for the
Bolo, be on the lookout. Bolo, B-O-L-O, be on the lookout. They put on the bolo for the white Toyota Tacoma that thousands of people have one just like his.
vehicle. This is state police.
This is ridiculous. And nothing in your bright mind said he's a fucking minor?
No, ma'am. Well, we don't know. We don't know because the vehicle is not registered to him. It's registered to you, right?
It's registered to his dad who has the same fucking
Right. Well, your name is Lisa Pacheco.
No.
So let him out of the freaking cage. Get him out of the cage. He's not a dog.
Yeah. Detective Anaya will call you and he will answer more. Espanola Police Department. He'll answer more questions that you have.
ridiculous. You know it's illegal to detain a minor. without
So-
your presence. You realize that, right?
No, ma'am. So we have probable cause to pull over the vehicle. So that was a probable cause, you know.
I want to
So-
see that probable cause, and my attorney will need to see that.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine, ma'am. So
You have him call me. Let me give you. Didn't even ask for my cell phone number. So how the hell do you expect him to call
so
me?
you can call Detective Anaya.
There's nobody to call. There's nobody. There's no help is coming. You have to sue them in federal court. And sometimes you can only sue them in state court. There's no third party to come in and look at this dingleberry and go, you know what, bro? You're not really fit to be what we call an officer. This is not for you. But just take a look at something. Let me get myself out of here. Just take a look at something real quick, okay? Take a look at what you and I, do you guys see the arrow on the screen? Do you guys see my arrow on the screen? Let me know. When I put an arrow on the screen, do you guys see it? But let me just show you something. Take a look. You see this right here? See this? We should not accept that this is how we get treated immediately when the standard is only reasonable suspicion. Reasonable suspicion that your truck is the same truck. Look at where he's put. Look at the conditions, the tiny claustrophobic. Look at the cage he's put into. We as a collective group of Americans no longer accept this treatment when the standard to put me in a cage and put me in torture cuffs is one dingleberry's perception of what is reasonably articulable suspicion. Just put that in context. You guys see me break down cops like they're elementary school kids, because who are the police today? Whoever will follow orders, you're going to make $10,000 a month. $10,000 a month. A lot of cops make more than $10,000 a month. You're just going to follow orders. That's all you have to do. It's just unbelievable to me that we tolerate the cages that they put us in.
Anaya, Espanol PD. So just call Espanol PD.
There's no one to call, honey.
Police department, and have a detective Anaya give you a call.
No, you're the one that did this. You did this. He didn't do that. So
That's right. That's why his name goes in the federal civil rights lawsuit, honey.
So he's the one that put out that bolo, ma'am. He's the one that said for us to look for that vehicle. So
you sue them both. You sue everybody involved, all the way up the chain of command to the city.
we'll answer more questions. We just
want to know why you did this.
Because
you didn't get
like I said,
He's allowed to. Terry versus Ohio allows him to detain people based on officer safety. He put him in torture cuffs because he could.
Because like I said,
how old he was?
so ma'am, whenever, excuse me?
Give me your supervisor's name.
Okay, so it's Lieutenant Casales.
Fucking ridiculous. I will call him because apparently you're an idiot.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am. That's fine.
Listen to her grasping for somebody who's going to have a little bit more grace and nuance than the guy that she's talking to on the phone, who's just going by the exact perception and fact that he has the right to detain you. And that detainment, the policy that that particular police department created around a felony stop, is that upon detainment, you could be detained with torture cuffs. And he knows that. And the guy above him that she wants to talk to and is so desperate for the next guy above him to help her, he's the one that taught that policy to the guy who's doing it. And he was taught that policy by the guy above him, his lieutenant or commander or corporal or whatever allegiance to command to rankings they have, and not to the people and to the Constitution that they swore an oath to uphold. Get him out of the freaking cage.
There you go. What's up? You're good to go, bro. Yeah. No worries.
She's just freaked out. I was freaked out.
No, that's fine, man. Is that her?
No, that's my Nina. That's fine.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So you're good to go? Yeah, you're good to go, man.
You're good to go. Military.
Can we take the truck?
Yeah, you can take the truck.
Almost a third of our cops are ex-military. Any decent person, these people right here have now become members of Team Delete Laws, folks. These people right here, look at her, look at him. They're done with you guys. Welcome to Team Delete Laws. Thanks for coming to Team DLZ.
No, so we were given information that this vehicle was possibly used in an armed robbery earlier in the day. So that's why we pulled
Copsplaining. Put it in the chat. Copsplaining.
it over.
Is this what was going on by McCurdy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why we pulled it over. But once we realized it wasn't, I mean, it's not him, so he's good to go. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Once they realized that's not him, when he told them he was in school.
Yeah, so that's the whole reason.
Okay.
So yes, ma'am. All right, you're welcome.
And then what do? Look at what we do. Look at what an amazing species human beings are. Look how amazing we are.
So that's the whole
Now listen to what she says right here.
whole reason.
She agrees, nodding her head up and down, and then
Okay.
So yes, ma'am.
smiles at him,
All right, you're welcome.
and then thanks him. And he says, "You're welcome."
Yeah, so that's the whole reason.
Okay.
So yes, ma'am. All right, you're welcome.
What? What?
A lawsuit was filed against the city of Espinosa alleging Pacheco's civil rights to be free from illegal search and seizure and false imprisonment was violated, and the incident caused him anxiety. The suspect involved in the armed robbery was arrested 2 days later. Oh, dude, we are definitely gonna want an update on this, and we'd love to talk to that family. There's nothing wrong with more transparency. Okay. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? Do me a favor, everybody, if you would please hit the like button. And then just real quick, type in the chat where you're watching from. Where you guys, because this is live, baby. This is live. You don't get a chance to do it again when you're live. You got to know what you're doing when you're going live, because you can't. And it's crazy because sometimes you'll misspeak and you'll say things that you, like earlier I was saying Mapp versus Ohio 1961. And just so you guys know, so the Warren court is going to be the court that is going to hear the case in Dolores Mapp obscenity case that goes to the Supreme Court. I think it was 59 or 60. And then it gets to the Supreme Court in 61. They decide that year. And then when the Warren court comes out with Mapp versus Ohio, fruit of the poisonous tree, what happens in the United States of America is all up and down the freeways in where Earl Warren is, the police are actively picketing with picket signs that say impeach Chief Justice Earl Warren. Earl Warren has also presided over the 1954 case of Brown versus Board of Education that desegregated America. As you know, from 1954 to 1964, police still enforced segregation until the 1964 Civil Rights Act. So in 1961, Mapp versus Ohio, police were still enforcing segregation. Warren had passed Mapp versus Ohio in 1954. And then in 61, when Warren passed fruit of the poisonous tree and said that if police violated your constitutional rights in obtaining evidence against you, that it was inadmissible evidence. So police who were on the complete opposite side of Earl Warren began to picket him. From 1961 until 1963, what happened in 1963 is a case called Kerr versus California, which essentially trumps the 1961 case of Mapp versus Ohio as far as the cops coming to your house with a warrant. They don't need one. In 1963, in Kerr versus California, the police went into Diana Kerr's house, who was a known narcotics dealer, a marijuana dealer, and they got the key to get into her house from the landlord. The police went in based on their reasonable articulable suspicion, which hadn't even passed yet. It's so crazy. So then what happens is It goes all the way to the Supreme Court in Kerr versus California in front of the Earl Warren Court. And Earl Warren then holds that if the police simply knock and announce their presence, that they can come into your domicile. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. That's the 1963 case of Kerr versus California, KER. And so now it's called the knock and announce rule. So the cops only need come to your door. And if a reasonable man, what's the exact holding? It is so ridiculous. Oh, that was the Brinegar case. I was thinking of a Brinegar holding that was absolutely ridiculous, where a man of reasonable caution had reasonable belief that you had criminal contraband in your garage, then he could just enter into your domicile. And that's the 1949 case of Brinegar versus United States, which is then later predicated into the 1963 case of Kerr versus California. Kerr versus California, of course, makes it so the cops can just come into your house by knocking and saying that they're there. So because the cops were picketing Earl Warren from 1961 to 1963, after he passed Kerr versus California, they stopped picketing him, because it essentially overturned the 1961 case of Matt versus Ohio. So how long have I been on here? I've been on here for like an hour. All right. So anyway, I was going to cover another video, but maybe I'll do that. You know what? I was going to show you, if you guys have seen this or you haven't seen this, I'm not going to show any of this video. I'm just going to show you what I watched. I watched most of it. I got to almost 2 hours or something like that. This Tucker Carlson video, and I'll tell you what. One second. One second. Charlie, you're gonna have to stop. You're gonna have to chill. Sorry about that. So 1 second. I think I have one more video. I'm gonna see if I don't see any okay. I think I'm trying to. Do you want to just text that video to me on regular text message, Colin, so I can just send it here? Okie dokie. I'm going to show one more video, but then I'm going to get the flock out of here. One more video. So, there's a lot to case law and understanding that when the Supreme Court makes a holding, so you hear about Matt versus Ohio 1961, Kerr versus California 1963. And when you hear about a Supreme Court case having a holding, what that specifically means is that the Constitution has been interpreted as that being the Constitution. So in Kerr versus California, where the police can simply knock on your door, announce that they're there, and then come into your house, that is now the Constitution. That is now the rule of law. That's how dangerous an unelected Supreme Court is. And just so you know, they get it right a couple times once in a while. Right now, these hardcore conservatives are getting it right with the Second Amendment, but then they're copsuckers and they won't hear the case about qualified immunity or Terry versus Ohio. Okay, so let's watch this real quick and let's see what we got here.
Just relax.
Just relax. Just relax. Relax. Relax.
Relax.
Relax.
I stand for. Ahí está. Ahí está.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, watch out, watch out. I got a tourniquet, I got a tourniquet, got a tourniquet.
¡No hice nada, cabrones! No hice nada, vato. No te hice nada, homie.
Oh, you were getting my face. I was trying to help you
Toma
out.
tu face.
I was trying to help you out.
Toma tu pinche face, me puse, güey.
I think his bone popped out of his leg.
Me mandaste a la verga, homie. Cállate, Gloria.
Ni modo.
Háblale a Alejandra y dile lo que hiciste, cabrona.
1018, güey. 1018, 1018, 1018.
Cabrona. Pinche cabrona, cállate.
Así fuiste tú conmigo.
So I'm not sure if you guys know, but they tore the guy's leg off. That was horrible.
Cállate, Gloria. Cabrones. No hice nada, vato. No te hice nada, homie.
Oh, you were getting my face. I was trying to help you
Toma
out.
tu face.
I was trying to help you out.
Toma tu pinche face, me puse, güey.
I think his bone popped out of his leg.
Me mandaste a la verga,
I think his bone popped out of his leg.
homie.
Ni modo. Así fuiste tú.
Cállate, Gloria.
Ni modo.
Háblale a Alejandra y dile
No.
lo que hiciste, cabrona.
1018, güey. 1018, 1018, 1018.
Cabrona.
Conmigo así.
Pinche cabrona, cállate.
Así fuiste tú conmigo.
Me mandaste a la verga, cabrona. Me mandaste a la verga.
1018, I need another one. I need another one.
Yo no le hice nada.
Here you go. 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 Here you go.
Pinche cabrona.
Needs to go higher.
Yeah.
Higher you can.
Yo no le hice nada, boss.
That's fine, boss. Don't move, brother. Don't move.
Relax.
Me le chingo la pierna, cabrona.
Lift it up, güey. Lift it up, please.
Oh, me mandaron a la verga, cabrona. Ya no puedo, cabrona. Pinche cabrona.
God, madre. It's all right.
Mandó a la verga, cabrona.
You're right.
Ya no hice.
So let's watch. They destroyed the guy's leg, unfortunately. So let's watch the press conference. Let's watch the press conference here so you guys can hear exactly what happened to this guy. Horrible.
I'm an attorney out of, thank you all for coming out. I'm an attorney out of Austin, Texas. My name is Kevin Green. I have the privilege to handle a lot of civil rights cases, including, unfortunately, a lot of police brutality cases. And there seem to be coming from, most recently from Zapata, Texas, down the road from Laredo here. We're at the federal courthouse. I also have the honor and privilege of representing Mr. Rigoberto Barrientos, who lost his leg. He was a victim of 4 sheriff's deputies that assaulted him last year. And then his case lay buried beneath a false police report where the deputy who filled out that report lied and said that Mr. Barrientos started a fight with that deputy.
That's so, it's so typical. They just lie.
We know because I fought along with my partner, Thomas Lyons Jr., very hard to finally get the Zapata County officials to give us a copy of all of the police body cam footage. The footage is absolutely horrific. It shows an unprovoked arrest with no probable cause, and then much, much worse.
Now you guys know an unprovoked arrest without probable cause is going to be any evidence they found on him would be fruit of the poisonous tree.
It shows that the 4 deputies decided to body slam Mr. Barrientos face first towards a concrete floor. And what braced his fall and probably kept him from severe facial and spine injuries was his knee. His left leg, because the sheriff's deputy used a very dangerous takedown maneuver, his left leg bent backwards in the opposite direction that your knee is supposed to bend so forcefully that his leg, you could hear it on the video. It makes a horrible crunching, popping sound. And it just splits the leg all the way off, except for just a little tissue in the front. The deputies had to apply 2 tourniquets right away in order to save his life, because quite literally, Mr. Barrientos was bleeding to death on his own carport at his home for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And he was rushed to the Laredo Medical Center and then immediately sent on to San Antonio for life-saving care. Sadly, they could not reattach his leg. So Mr. Barrientos, who's has spent a lifetime working in construction and just as a blue-collar laborer and a citizen of Zapata, could no longer work. He can no longer take care of himself. He's crippled for life. As you can see, he's disfigured, he's traumatized. They saddled him with over $500,000 in hospital bills. He spent a month in San Antonio, away from his family, away from his friends, away from the life that he knew in Zapata, trying to recover from this horrific assault by the Zapata County Sheriff's Office, the sheriff's deputies in the office. And we have filed suit this week in federal court to get justice for Mr. Barrientos. The reason we're holding a press conference, though, is because this is a much wider issue. It's not just between Mr. Barrientos and the police. If it was...
Wow, he's nailing it. This is a much wider issue. They're attacking us in the streets regularly. We're not fighting back, and they're savages.
I wouldn't be here talking to you today. I would just be an attorney like every other attorney inside doing my job. Instead, I'm out here because this is a community problem. Anytime you have law enforcement that is so poorly trained and poorly supervised that 4 of them would do this to Mr. Barrientos and then try to cover it up, right? That's a big problem. The fact that these 4 officers were never disciplined, one of them, the chief instigator of this, Deputy Martinez, has been promoted, I think, twice, but at least once into a new federally funded position. So they're absolutely, they've lifted no finger to try to fix the problem. They've done absolutely nothing to help Mr. Barrientos. And no one in Zapata, none of the citizens of Zapata deserve to be treated the way that Mr. Barrientos was treated. Everybody deserves a sheriff's department that works a lot better than what they've got. And just think for a second, this crossed my mind the other day. If you were a woman living in Zapata that felt like, hey, I might want to call the police because my fight with my boyfriend or husband is escalating. Now she has to do the different type of math that no woman should have to do. They have to think, if I call the cops, what are they going to do to this man? It might just be a little argument, right? And then for all the men, if a woman calls the police on you and you've done nothing, you're not insulting, you're standing.
Wait, hold on a minute. Wait a second. Hold on a second. Let me jump in here. Listen, if your wife calls the cops on you, you leave. You leave. It's not legal advice. It's what I would do. If a woman calls the police on me, I'm leaving. I'm leaving right now. I'm taking whatever I can grab right this second. If I'm drunk, I'm walking. I'm leaving now. If she calls the cops on you, you leave now and don't come back ever again. She tried to kill you, bro. She calls the cops. You're dead. You could have your leg torn off. Chick calls the cops on you. You leave and never see her again, ever. She will have you killed. There's got to be a hard line here. You call the cops on me, we're done. Forever. Period. I'm not going to yell, scream, beat, hurt, scare you even. I'm going to protect you and provide for you. You call the cops on me. You call the cops to my house. You and I are completely done. Now. It's over immediately. Don't ever come around here again.
They're very meek, very mild. And like I said, I have the videotape to prove every single thing I'm saying. And this happens to you. That's not the way Americans should live their life. I know that these communities on the border are good people, and I know there are a lot of good officers, and no one deserves to have
got to get that cop suck in there. I know there's a lot of good officers. Do you? You sure about that? Which one of the four there was the good one?
Sheriff that's unwilling to take a stand and fix a problem, just like Sheriff Raimundo Del Bosque apparently has been. So it's a sad story. We are here to get justice for Mr. Barrientos. I know this process is going to take a while, and I really appreciate everyone coming out to listen to what happened, to spread the word that there is a problem, a big problem in the sheriff's office in Zapata County that needs to get fixed. And the politicians have an opportunity. I said I had the video. I don't want to release the video. I want them to release the video.
Ooh.
I think that's their job. They are the public officials. They're the elected.
Eat my shorts, lawyer. Eat my shorts. Mr. Attorney, whoever you are, someone can contact him for me. Reach out to this. Don't reach out to anybody. Listen, attorney man, eat my shorts. Release the body cam footage if you have it. Transparency, transparency, transparency. Release the body camera footage if you have it. This is not a debate.
Officials. You know, this is going to be something that comes up, I'm sure, during the campaign season that's coming up in 2024 and even starting now. And if they don't get a handle on what's wrong in Zapata, then
I mean, he's got a stub. Look, he's got a stub. I mean, the cops tore his leg off. Look, you guys can see. Can someone tell me if you can see the arrow or not? Maybe 10 people tell me if you can see the arrow, but he's got a stub.
The citizens need to know, and they need to know in time before they vote. So I am today pleading with the county officials, the county commissioners, the sheriff himself, anyone that will listen in Zapata County to release that video and to make some statements, tell people what they intend to do to fix this, to make sure that no one else gets hurt like Mr. Barrientos, and to make sure that the public knows that no one's going to tolerate a hyper-violent police force.
We do now. What did he say right here? Listen to this.
To make some statements, tell people what they intend to do to fix this, to make sure that no one else gets hurt. Like,
dude, this lawyer, there's something, bruh. Esquire, sir, giving police autonomy for them to tell us how they're going to make their boo-boo better has not worked out, homie. This, what's wrong with you, bruh? They should release the body cam footage and then tell us what they're going to do about it. What? I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm a little bit confused. They should tell us how they should be criminally charged. There should be a grand jury convened, and there should be someone there who actually wants to get the cops prosecuted, not the local DA or an ex-cop or an ex-DA. No, a citizen's prosecutor who was an attorney for 30 years and wants to get the cop prosecuted, and that person convenes the grand jury. That's how it should go. I don't want them to tell us this. August Vollmer, if you guys you've heard me mention August Vollmer 100 times on this channel. August Vollmer wrote the Policeman's Handbook that gave police autonomy. This lawyer is suggesting that they continue to get it.
Like Mr. Barrientos, and to make sure that the public knows that no one's going to tolerate a hyper-violent police force.
But we do. They tore his leg off, and the cop got 2 promotions already. They tore the guy's leg off, and the cop got 2 promotions. So we do tolerate a hyper-violent police force.
That's just taking it out on people because they can.
That's right.
Thank you very much, and I'll open the floor to a few questions, and please go ahead.
Do you have any information on what investigation, if any, was conducted after the incident?
I think almost nothing was done.
Yeah, nothing.
Right now, there needs to be a full, open, transparent investigation to where not just me and Mr. Barrientos, but the entire community can feel assured that someone's really looking into this. And I don't know if that's the federal officials that need to.
I mean, just take a look. We gave $10 billion to Ukraine, $10 billion to the arms dealers, $100 billion. We're at $100 billion now. And look at this town. I mean, look the backdrop of the town.
Get involved out there, you know, for any type of civil rights investigation or anything like that. But that would be an important step. I would hope that we might even hear from the U.S. attorney or, you know, the Texas Rangers and people that handle public accountability when a police department or a sheriff's department is operating outside of the law.
Have you looked into their personnel files, deputies that were involved in this incident?
I have not been provided the personnel files. I've asked for them. I will be able to get my hands on them during the course of discovery. And for viewers and listeners who don't know, the discovery is just a process where both sides to a lawsuit exchange information, you know, pursuant to like the judge being the referee on how that goes. We are definitely entitled to it. And once the suit, you know, goes its course, we're going to go through a very fulsome discovery process, and we're going to leave no stone unturned on our end to figure out how these people.
No stone unturned. What? The discovery process, the dude's got no leg. There's no leg on the guy. Discovery. You mean for a lack of evidence? There's no leg here anymore? We're going to go through the discovery? He just shows up to court in the wheelchair with a nub. There's your discovery. What happened? They attacked me and tore my leg off. What's your proof? I don't got a leg anymore. I mean, I'm sorry. It's not funny, but there's your discovery, lawyer. There it is right there. Just wheel your client in. Sit him down in front of 9 people. Show him the stub. That's it. There it is right there. I mean, I don't know what this lawyer's. I mean, this lawyer. Put a 1 in the chat if this lawyer is a little bit kooky. Am I wrong here? Put a 1 in the chat if this lawyer is a little bit kooky. I mean, thank God he's helping with the lawsuit, but he's a little kooky, isn't he? Like, bruh.
People got hired. I mean, what are their backgrounds? Do they have a history of this? What disciplinary actions, if any, were taken? And maybe most importantly, were they ever given any training? Like, especially after this happened.
More training. You
know, has there been, and there needs to be a whole new, like, continuing education program for the deputies in Zapata County.
What?
On de-escalation.
More training, defund and replace. It's not working out.
For use of force.
No, bruh.
And how to do a takedown without.
Why do you got to be taking people down when we have cameras? You don't need to take them down. Dude, people who need to be taken down, you'll see they need to be taken down. They're attacking people. Even if they run off, you got these guys' address. Let them run.
Out breaking someone's leg completely off their body. I think that's not a lot to ask.
This lawyer's kooky. I don't want them learning new takedown attempts, dude. You're just kooky, bro.
Is there a criminal investigation ongoing in regards to their actions?
I am not privy to that. I don't know. I hope so. It's not an area of law that I practice in. You know, if there was, it'd probably be the Texas Rangers or the FBI that was handling it. And I'm sure that they'd be happy to answer any question like
that. The Texas Rangers are cops for cops.
That.
One last question.
The FBI? Put a 1 in the chat if you would not trust the FBI.
Then, is Mr. Barrientos still facing criminal charges for this incident?
That's a super interesting question. He's faced absolutely none.
So they broke his leg off and he wasn't charged with any crimes.
None. And the reason why is they shouldn't have arrested him in the first place. And his arrest report on the top says, oh, he was arrested for resisting arrest. We all know that that's a ridiculous charge. You have to be arrested for something first.
Did they drag him in by his one leg? How much was he resisting with a stump?
You just can't resist arrest.
Didn't they require 2 tourniquets immediately so that he didn't bleed to death? Isn't that what was in the report? But he was resisting arrest?
Out of the blue, right? So our contention in the lawsuit is pretty simple, that without probable cause, any use of force against Mr. Barrientos, even handcuffing Mr. Barrientos or grabbing Mr. Barrientos, was an unreasonable, excessive use of force. But quite clearly, even if they did have a basis to arrest him, this wasn't like an active shooter situation where someone had to be taken out where it was life or death. They should not have snapped this poor man's leg completely off his body.
It's all an active shooter investigation. We are all active shooters. Grandma, grandpa, little Johnny, all of us. Kid on a tricycle, everybody's an active shooter.
Well, I'm sorry, one last question. What are the causes named in this federal civil lawsuit?
What are the
causes?
The cost?
Cost of actions.
Oh, the causes of action. So we have a First Amendment claim. Our contention for that is that Mr. Barrientos was arrested for simply saying his opinion about, hey, you know, this is my house too, right? That's what the video shows. And the deputy kind of got mad at that for some weird reason and arrested him. So it's been black letter constitutional law in the United States for decades and decades that a police officer is not allowed to arrest somebody for expressing a viewpoint, even if the police officer disagrees with it. But the more obvious ones for most people, it's going to be, this was a use of excessive force in violation of the 4th and 14th Amendments of the U.S. Constitution. That's the 4th Amendment, something everyone's heard of. That's your protections against unreasonable searches and seizures. Obviously, this is a seizure that went wildly, wildly wrong. Are there any other questions?
I got no more questions.
Wait. Sorry, go ahead.
Can you clarify, do you have the video already, or?
We've got the video, and we're waiting to see if the county will release it themselves.
Why don't you release it?
If they won't, maybe one day we will. We'll just have to see how that goes.
What?
But I want them to.
What the fuck? Who do you think you are, dude? Who's this lawyer? Victim. Hold on a second here. Attorney Green. So I'm going to reach out to Attorney Green here. I'm going to find Attorney Green. Attorneys Kevin Green. Okay. Okay.
Take this opportunity to do the right thing. You know, these are elected officials. They don't need to hide behind lawyers. They don't need to hide behind their desk. You know, if they have a problem, they need to get out in front of it. They need to go public and tell people, hey, this is what happened. It was wrong, and it's never going to happen again. And here's what we're going to do about it.
Man, he can't stop cop sucking. He's such a cop sucker. He thinks they're going to fix it, make it all better.
And so far, it's just been silence. So I invite the media to follow up with them as well. You know, what do they plan on doing about this? And if any of these officials have not seen the video, if the sheriff's office is hiding the video from the county commissioners or whatever's going on in Zapata, call me, email me.
I'll email you, bro. I'll email you. He said right there, didn't he? Did you guys hear that? He said, if they're not showing it, then email him. Okay, Kevin Green, I'll email you, bro. I'll air that video. No problem, dude. The public has a right to see it. You're right. I have a channel with a couple 100,000 people here. I'll air your video, Kevin.
Any public official in Zapata, I will let you watch the video yourself. That way you can take a stand against what happened.
Were there any steps taken prior to the lawsuit on trying to rectify or find a solution or anything to that situation?
The county has done nothing no outreach whatsoever to Mr. Barrientos. They know that they've crippled this man. They know that they've deprived him of a way to earn a living. He's not been helped by the county whatsoever. No one contacted anybody. And like I said, they kind of were hiding behind a false arrest report. And when I asked them, and I had Mr. Barrientos ask them for all of the information about his case, the videos and the arrest record, they told us to go fly a kite. They weren't giving it to us. I had to sue them in Zapata County just to release the public records on Mr. Barrientos. That's how much they wanted to sweep this under the rug. So that was a big fight, and that was expensive for us, but we won. And so they have now given me that information, and with that, I was able to file suit in federal court, and we're going to go get justice for this man.
Do you need any words, Mr. Barrientos?
No, I just want to say de que pues, nomás que se haga justicia y que pues.
Can you imagine? So like we're watching this guy right now, right? And you guys saw he was shaking his leg, that the leg he has left. He was shaking it like crazy, right? But what we don't know is if right now he's having millions of tingles in the stump. We don't know where his headspace is. We don't know if he's contemplating suicide right now. We don't know if he is at the bottom of his rope. We don't know if his wife and him split. We don't know anything that this man's going through other than he has one leg now because the cops attacked him and tore his leg off. So what's he going through? Why is he shaking his leg? What does he got to say? What guy are we meeting right now compared to who he actually is? All this attention. He doesn't look like a guy that had a microphone and sat there and talked in front of people. Doesn't look like he was a public speaker.
No creo que le pase a alguien más.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the major reasons we're fighting this lawsuit as well. Is Mr. Barrientos feels very strongly that no one else should go through what he went through. Nobody. So we're going to stop it. Thank you, sir. Thank you all. That I guess concludes the press conference. I really appreciate everyone coming out today.
So I think it would only be appropriate if I just gave a call over here, and we talked about this a little bit. I think that it's only fair that that we call over there and ask about, he didn't release he said he has the body cam footage, but he didn't release it. And so I don't really understand that.
So for the sheriff's office.
Hey, is this the sheriff's office that tore that guy's leg off?
No comment, sir.
Oh, is this I just wondered if this is the same sheriff's office. I just saw it on YouTube is all,
No comment, sir.
No, I'm just wondering if this is the same department that was accused of tearing a guy's leg off. I saw it on YouTube. What do I know? I'm just a citizen. I'm just calling. Is this
Once again, sir, no comment.
Well, I mean, okay, so instead of saying it that way, can I ask it another way so I can just know if this is the right place? Because there's a few different places on the map. Is this the same sheriff's department that has an incident that could have been shown on YouTube recently?
I'm going to say it again, sir. No comment.
I mean, ma'am, I'm a good citizen. I don't break the law. I'm a good person. I donate to society. I do the best I can. I'm an upstanding young man. I just want to know. I mean, I'm not trying to. I didn't call you any names, did I? I didn't say anything bad, did I? Ma'am?
Sir.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say again, no comment. And
well, don't hang up on me. Don't hang up on me. I get trauma from people.
I'm going to go ahead and hang up.
No, don't. I get trauma. Don't hang up on me, please. I just want to say goodbye properly, okay? Is that okay? I'll just say thanks for your time. Have a nice day, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for not hanging up on me. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. got another phone. I got another phone. Okay. Okay. Let's just, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
The sheriff's office.
How you doing today, ma'am?
That's good, sir. Thank you.
What's that? Ma'am? I was just calling about maybe if this was that sheriff's office where that guy got his leg torn off.
I'm going to say this, sir. No comment.
Oh, is this the same operator from a second ago?
I'm going to say no comment, sir.
Okay, I was just calling about that guy's leg torn off. That's all. You know what I'm saying? You got his leg. I'm just saying, if you got your leg torn off, you want people to call for you. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
No comment.
All right. I hope I'm not giving you a hard time. I just wanted to make sure if this was the right police department that tore that guy's leg off.
No comment. Thank you, sir.
All right. All right. You tell them coppers that God bless them. They're going to need God's blessings.
All right.
Okay, now.
Have a good day.
Okay. Yep. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Thanks.
All right.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll let you go. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You have a good Sunday tomorrow. Hope you get to church. Hope you get to church.
Likewise, sir. Thank you.
Yep. You take care of yourself now. Yep.
You too. Bye-bye.
Yep. Okay now. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
All right. All right. We'll let you go. Chevy! What's up, Chevy? What's going on with the Playboy? What's going on with the Playboy? Worldwide, you have rights, cops have duties, integrity news. David, James Bond, Nichols, Chuck, what's going on? James, how are you, buddy? Denti, Jen, Dan, what's going on, Dan? Dan Hanlon, was Dan in here today? Chuck. There's Dan. What's going on, Dan? Patricia, Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates piggies. He hates the pigs. Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs. You know, I was thinking about this yesterday. I was talking to a friend of mine, right? And, you know, I know that I am so far like out there that like sometimes I'm driving down the road in my car and I have these little like bursts of life, of energy, you know? And I think that's different than most people. I have bounding energy like I can't even describe to you guys. It's amazing. It's like a gift from God. I have so much energy. It's unbelievable. It really is. It really is. And you know, that's why I always say we don't stop. 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 Because I just start rolling. I wake up. I just start rolling, man. I got a mission to achieve here. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Like there's a goal here. There's a goal. There is a goal. So with that in mind, you know, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I really, really appreciate it. The way you can help me the most is like, subscribe, and share all these videos. Like, subscribe, and share, and then get over to the online store, DeleteLaws.com, and get a trifold. The $9 digital one you print at home, $30 indestructible one I mail to you from Santa Monica, California. Get over to DeleteLaws.com with a Z and get an indestructible trifold. Get over there as fast as you can. Get there right now. That's what I do for a living. YouTube is just one of my outlets. TikTok as well, Instagram. By the way, can you guys get over to Instagram and go to ChilleDeCastro 2022 or Delete Laws, because I have just all cops and bootlickers just all over my Instagram. So you know what, DLZ clips, we can even make a short for this because I've got to get the balance of the scale, because there's hundreds of thousands of people here, but there's not enough people over at ChilleDeCastro 2022 right there. I need you guys to go to those 2 Instagram accounts and join them, because I have just so many cops and bootlicking cop suckers in my comments. Those are my 2 Instagram accounts, deletelaws.ig and ChilleDeCastro_2022. Please go and subscribe right now. And then for the people who like to fight, I got so many bootlickers and pigs, so many bootlickers and pigs on my Instagram. Help me. Help me. I can't stand it. You bootlicking, you pig have ruined America. We are no longer home of the brave, land of the free. We are no longer any of that because of you. You have ruined a free America using Terry versus Ohio. You have ruined our country. I'm the freedom fighter. You are the parasite on the people. You are. You are the one on my Instagram. You are the one on one of those 2 accounts talking trash about my videos because you are status quo bootlicker, bro, or an actual pig yourself. There's so many pigs. There's so many pigs on my Instagram. Chevy, I know you like to fight. Get an Instagram account, Chevy, and then put up your middle knuckle like this, and then go in there and just start giving these people these just give them the social media noogie punch right in the keister. I mean, boom, like in the whapola, right in the proverbial eye, you know, like just whap, 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 whap. Yeah, winner, MMA. Breathe. Yen. Good. All right. Have we had fun here today? This is my Instagram. Please get over there. ChilleDeCastro_2022. Deletelaws.ig. I need your help over there. I need your help. I need your help over there. I'm inundated with trolls and cops. I'm putting out good content. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding these piggies accountable. I would hope that you pigs would appreciate it. You good little piggies. I was hoping you would appreciate my work. You don't like bad cops? That's what I'm here to do. Get rid of the bad cops. All right. I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. This was really fun. Like, subscribe, and share the videos. That helps me the most. Get more people to subscribe. We don't stop. See you guys on the next one. Later, Gators. Mikey.